Everyone, do you want to click record for us?
Yes, we are on.
Excellent. All right. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. It's Melanie Nelson here, Director of TLS, and we're just so glad you're here. Thank you for spending some time with us. It's 9 p.m. for many of you. It's 7 a.m. for me. So we're having an international event. We've got some Singapore on the line. We're going to have a great time tonight. So if you're watching the recording, buckle in. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be talking about TLS. We're going to give you an overview, especially if this is something that's new to you. Maybe you've never heard of TLS. And we're all about finding your healthy weight. As I mentioned, my name is Melanie. I'm the director of TLS. I've been in the health industry since 2000. Which is, I mean, I grew up in the 1900s. Isn't that hilarious? And so I really have a privilege of having worked with professional athletes, with Ironmen, with NHL players in the hockey league and in the United States and Canada. I now work with health professionals. I just love helping people achieve their health goals and their healthy weight. And there is no better system to do that with than our TLS system. And with me, oh my gosh, so excited, is one of our TLS certified trainers. She's been a licensed nutritionist since 2010. She is a published author of Juggling Health and Wealth and works with chiropractors, personal trainers, and health clubs to also integrate this amazing system. And so, Kitty, thank you for joining me. Thanks for being here. We so appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Melanie. It's such a privilege and pleasure to do this with you.
Yeah, what's really incredible about Kitty is she's not just impacting Australia. She is impacting Singapore, Malaysia. People in the United States know who Kitty Chang is. So she is just an incredible, powerful, positive force in our community. Before we get too far into this, I just need to mention that we are part of a healthy diet and exercise program where you can expect to lose about 1 to 2 pounds a week. That's healthy weight loss. Please consult your healthcare provider before starting any weight management or exercise program. And our statements today have not been evaluated by the FDA in the United States and whatever your bodies are in Australia as far as regulation. But let's talk about some testimonials and some success. What do we got here? We have Mark. And I love what he said. It was more than just weight loss for him. TLS had given him a great amount of recharged energy. And I don't know about you, but typically when people feel like they're on a diet, they're hungry, hangry, and tired. And with TLS, you can feel like $1,000,000. And so way to go, Mark. He made a big difference in his waistline, but also his overall health.
Yes, well, here we have Sherry. She said that I lost over 9 kilos, 10 kilos, and 10 inches down. And so, okay, ladies, we know how it is, right, to lose inches in our waistlines. And well, only in 3 months. And Trim Cafe is her favorite, and it's very amazing. And she loves TLS. And definitely Trim Tea is one of our favorites as well. And you would know why a bit later.
Absolutely. Maggie, who did our Jumpstart program, which is something we're going to be talking about as well, loved that. It was so easy to follow. Having the tracking sheets to print off made this a no-brainer. Look what happens when you just follow the program and check the boxes. Maggie made a significant difference in her circumference everywhere. So way to go, Maggie.
Well, here is Annie Jelly, and she was like, well, TLS was a game changer for me. I can't wait to get married with my new and improved body. Wow, look at her before and after photos. Do you know there's this saying that summer bodies are made in autumn and winter? So now we're in autumn. So I'm sure that there are some people that want to prepare their healthy bodies so that, you are able to, when maybe you get married in spring or summer, whenever it is, that you can actually have that beautiful body and improved body for your wedding.
Absolutely. And it is, at least in the United States, we're coming up on people preparing for wedding season.
Yes,
So
yeah, too.
we, yeah, that is a big deal. And so why do we, struggle with weight? And if you're on the line, I want you to know that TLS is for everybody and everybody, meaning we are here to help people who are underweight. And I have been underweight in my life, and I've also been overweight. And so I know that neither feel good, neither have been healthy. And we're here for athletes, we're here for everyone. We have a program that can fit everyone's need. So but most places in the world are struggling, at least first world countries are struggling with excess weight. And chances are you're struggling with excess weight because one or more of the below. So let me know, give me a hands up on the webinar or a chat in, if you're that person who does too much for everyone else, right? You're the last person on your priority list. Put a 1 in the chat if this is you. Maybe you don't like to or have time to exercise. Ooh, right? I can relate to this one. Put a 2 in the chat if that's you. Maybe you don't like to cook, or maybe you shouldn't cook. Put a 3 in the chat if that's you. How about I'm prone to skipping meals? Maybe you're a workaholic, and if you're a workaholic, and I can relate to this. You get really focused, and eating is almost an inconvenience, right? And a lot of times it has, just to do with being busy or focused on other things. So if you're prone to skipping meals or you're a workaholic, put 3 or 4 in the chat area for us. Thank you. How about poor food choices? So this would be where you're driving through a drive-through, and you grab some food-like substances out of a window in a paper bag. Maybe you're shopping in the middle of the grocery store where you're grabbing a lot of boxes, bags, cans. That's what TLS considers poor food choices. Basically, we like to eat from the farm. We like to eat from the garden patch. And so if that's you, go ahead and put a 5 in convenience foods, right? That's what I call that. If you're eating convenience food, put a 5 in the chat. This was definitely a major part of my journey, you guys. I ate too much and too often. Once I started eating, I wasn't the one who skipped meals. I was like, are you kidding me? I need to eat. so, so if you were like me and you struggle with eating too much too often, when I started eating, I couldn't stop. I didn't have the shut off button. We'll talk about that later. So if that's you, go ahead and put a 6 in the chat if you have out of control cravings, which was also a part of my own journey as well. When I was first initially moving towards a healthier lifestyle, be all healthy, perfect day, and then late at night, those cravings would hit, and I could not, no amount of willpower, and I would be mowing down a bag of chips or a bag of cookies or whatever I could get my hands on in private, and nobody knew about it. And because they always happened at night, and they were always so insatiable. And then I would just feel like garbage. And it was really spinning my wheels for about a year with this situation. And so, food addictions, food cravings, they're no joke. They're not easy to get rid of, but with TLS, it's a whole lot easier. So if that's you, go ahead and put a 7 in the chat area. If you're drinking soda and alcohol, even on a daily basis, this is going to significantly impact your waistline. So put an 8 in the chat. Stress. Anybody stressed out? No, not this past year. Come on, right? What an insane year we've had. I think anybody who'd not been stressed in the past definitely was this past year. So if you didn't know, stress is a horrible, horrible contributor to weight gain or the inability to lose it. So if you're stressed out, I think I'm on number 9, right? 9 for stress. If you've tried diets, if you've done the yo-yos, if nothing works, you fall off the wagon, you stop eating that way, you gain it all back. If that's you, put a 10 in the chat, because we know what that's like. Anyone who has been through TLS knows we're the last program you'll ever need. And many of us have done just that thing. So we are here to help you. And we understand that diets don't work. And I hope you, if you don't realize this, we just want to let you off the hook here. You didn't fail at diets. Diets failed you, because with diets, with calorie restriction, you're losing that precious water, muscle, and even sometimes bone density instead of the fat. So what happens is it looks really good on the scale. The scale drops like a rock and you're like, yeah, I lost 10 pounds, in 3 weeks, and, blah, 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 blah. But what happened is you lost the weight you want to keep and kept the weight you didn't. And understanding that all calories are not created equal. So calorie being kilojoule here in Australia, a banana and a small muffin may have the same amount of calories, but they do not feed the body the same. They do not nourish the body the same. They do not have the same effect on your blood sugar level. And so one is going to feed you and one is going to take from the body. So counting calories is not the solution, or calorie restriction is not the solution. Many diets will keep you coming back for more. Because they tell you what to eat, not how to eat. They don't teach you anything. And there's a lot of weight programs in the United States that are designed to do that. I don't know if you guys have Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig or those types of systems where you just end up coming back, a year later, you're doing it again. Neurological and hormonal changes from that calorie depletion, or eliminating entire food groups, which is a common thing in many diets. Just cut out all fruits. What? Are you kidding me? This is not right. I mean, fruits are so rich in nutrition and antioxidants. And so these major shifts in the way that our body is designed to eat can create these problems, metabolic fluctuations that cause it harder to lose weight as we continue to do that yo-yo dieting of losing and gaining makes it harder and harder and harder to lose permanently. And so we don't want that to happen anymore. Let's ditch the diets. Let's live the TLS lifestyle. We're here to help you with your goals. Kitty.
Definitely. Well, we'd like to find out what your goals are. Well, because at the center of everything that we do is a why. And if you have a why and your goals, then you will be able to make the effort. So what are your goals? So let's actually ask ourselves if you can actually also jot down in the chat whether, you want to lose weight. Are you looking to lose certain number of, kilos and stuff? But the thing is, we always talk about not actually only looking at the numbers on a scale. And are you looking to, have control over food rather than having food having control over you? Or do you have more energy? Maybe you're already pretty, okay with your weight, but you want to be healthier, you want to be stronger and leaner. And if you're an athlete, maybe you do have the desire to increase your lean muscle mass, your performance, your endurance and recovery, right? So perhaps you can just jot that down, just like how Melanie asked us, number one, you want to lose weight. Number two, you want to have control over food, etc., etc. And the last question, which is very, very important, and that is, why are your goals important to you? And what is your why for, if you actually know what it is, and how will your life be different if you achieve your goals? So perhaps you can actually, share with one another here in the group chat as well.
Yeah, definitely. Debbie let us know that she wants to lose the 3 kilograms.
Yeah.
So those last few kilograms can be really stubborn, and so it's really that last little bit, right? And so good for you, Debbie. Heath wants to be healthier, and look at the reflection. Oh man, Heath. Here's the thing. I can totally relate to that. He was talking about feeling that feeling of disgust in the mirror when he was, and I remember that going to try on clothes when I was at my heaviest. was the worst experience. Like, I hated going shopping because I hated the way that I looked. I hated looking at myself in the mirror. I hated trying clothes on because nothing fit right, nothing looked good. Especially growing up, in the 80s, and 90s, where it was all about skinny,
Mm,
right? At least in the United States, it was all about skinny. Good thing is, in the 21st century here, we are looking at, fit and strong is the new
yes.
sexy.
Mhm.
Uh, yes, so Diana can relate. I hate buying clothes because nothing fits. Yep. Um, Thank you guys for sharing. This is really, yeah, what you're expressing, Heath, is so common. Struggling to fit into chairs or booths at restaurants or rides. There is a deep, deep sense of, a lot of times, shame or disgust or these types of things, and it's real. It's really real. So thanks for being authentic and honest with us. And you just sharing that is, I think, so powerful for everyone on the line. And so we're here to really focus on where you want to go,
Mhm.
and what that looks like, for you. And focusing on that, is just like, who do I want to look like? What do I want to feel like? And that's really what Kitty was getting at, right? What is it going to feel like when you slip right into that booth, or right into that ride, or right into that plane seat? What is it going to feel like when you like trying on clothes? Because now that's a very different experience for me.
Mm.
Now when I go shopping, people are like, I hate that everyone looks so cute on you. And and it's like, you know what? I've earned this,
Mm.
right? And it's like, it's fair. I,
Yes.
People are like, oh, you're so lucky. No, I'm not lucky. It's very fair. I went through school with no boyfriends. I had big glasses. I was overweight. I had a space between my teeth. I mean, it's fair. And Heath, this is perfect. He wants radiant health and wellness. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah.
This is so good. Okay, so keep going, Kitty.
Well, yeah, because a lot of people, when they fail at, dieting, and it often they blame it on themselves. But the truth is, really, diets don't work long term, and many diets cause us to lose muscle, and it looks like we are losing weight. In fact, we don't want to lose muscle or even water. We only want people to lose fat, and we aren't losing the right kind of weight. Muscle dictates metabolism. That's why it's very important, for us to actually focus on building our muscle mass, our lean muscle mass. The fact of the matter is, the less muscle that you have, the slower your metabolism. And the more that you have, the stronger your metabolism. And so, to get it right back, and worse is, losing your bone mass, even some people. And, bone density is something that we don't want to lose. So when you look at the numbers on the scale, it's not just how many kilos that you're losing. In fact, we really need to look at the right kind of weight that we want to lose, and boosting metabolism, losing fat and non-muscle is the key. And TLS, transitions lifestyle system, is for everybody and anybody, whether you've got some weight to lose, or, you're already at your ideal weight, but you want to be, building more lean muscle mass, as we talked about, even people that want to build, into having more endurance, performance, like we talked about athletes. We are truly the most comprehensive weight management program available today.
Yes, we are. So excited about sharing this with you. The fact that we don't count calories, the fact that we're eating real food, we're not throwing a bunch of powders, and bars and instant soups at you. You get to eat real food. This is
Yes.
so big. We have multiple plans because each of you are very unique. Your commitment level, your lifestyle, your goals. So we have multiple plans to make sure that you are on a plan that fits for you, that you can do, that you can maintain. Maintaining our TLS lifestyle is really the key. And the fact that what I find, we're incredibly affordable. As far as in the US, we are the most affordable in our
Mm.
industry, because of everything that we offer is, I mean, it's just ridiculous, honestly. I love it. I love that we can offer this to people at such an incredible offering. So, the pillars that make us special, number one is low glycemic impact eating. There's 40 years of research that proves that the way we teach you how to eat is the healthiest way to eat, that it helps stabilize your blood sugar level, which, guess what, you guys, when you eat this way, you actually put your body into fat burning mode. Even without pillar number two, we're going to put you in fat burning mode by eating this way. And for many of you meal skippers, you're going to be eating more food than you have in a long time. And that it's kind of, I want you guys to think about it like a fire. How do you get your metabolism going like a fire, like burning fat? Your metabolism is like a fireplace, and you've got to put wood in if you're going to get a fire. Well, guess what? If you put the right foods in at the right time, you're going to build a fire. And that's what TLS is all about.
Yeah, well, and our science-based supplementation, is amazing. We have a few products focused on helping you burn fat faster and also supporting that whole process, in the body. And so our supplementation is really, support by accelerating your results as well as addressing a unique part of a particular journey to optimal health and your weight management endeavor. And last but not least of our four pillars is education. You see, you don't know what you don't know. Knowledge is power. When we understand why we are doing what we are doing, then we tend to have more permanent positive changes. That's why our education is a huge piece of our puzzle and one of the most important components of your success, because, a lot of programs out there just give you whatever products and stuff without really giving you the reason and the education and knowledge behind it. And we do with TLS.
Absolutely. We want to find your fit within TLS, which is why we don't, you're going to engage in exercise in our body composition pillar. But it will be different for each of you because you're all at different stages of your life, right? So, what is so great about our program is you're going to personalize it to yourself. With our incredible tools. And when you incorporate all four of these pillars, doesn't have to be perfectly, but you're definitely incorporating them, success is inevitable. Anybody I know over 15 years of working specifically with this line, with this program,
Wow.
um, I mean, I cannot tell you tens of thousands of people, that I am aware of, let alone the couple decades that we have been around, impacting people's life. Success is inevitable. So you're in the right place at the right time. Kitty, why don't you tell us and our guests why low glycemic impact eating is so important?
Yes, well, low glycemic impact eating. Let's take a look at this chart. You see some red colors there, 4 and 5, and you also see some blue colors there, which is 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7. So let's start with the red color first. Okay, so we know red means what? Like, ooh, warning, warning, stop, be careful, be careful. When we eat food that contains carbohydrate, they are actually assigned a glycemic index number. So high glycemic index typically means, they break down to sugar really fast. And, those that are low glycemic index means they break down to sugar slower. So when we have high glycemic impact food, obviously it causes blood sugar to spike, as you can see 4 and 5. High GI food spike your sugar and causing you to leave the fat burning zone. And then you will actually have a crash, causing a sapping of your energy. Therefore, when you eat food that breaks down into the sugar quickly, then your body has to store it as fat. Whereas if you take a look at, number 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7, the blue area, that's where our fat burning zone is actually ideal for weight loss, because that is the low glycemic impact lifestyle. And when we do it like that, it's actually even, it's ideal, and it actually helps us to be, at a balanced diet of low and medium to get you back on track as what is called even Steven, to get you back on track to find your fit. And that is where we want every single one of us, as whether you have some weight to lose or not much weight to lose, so important.
Yeah, exactly. This way of eating is just the healthiest way. So if you have weight to lose, you're going to lose weight. If you don't, you're just going to stay healthy. And that's what I love about this program,
Yeah.
because it's not a diet, right? And what's really incredible about our program is there's somebody, most likely, if you're never heard of TLS, if someone invited you to join us here today, they have their own tlsslim.com site. So I want to make sure, first and foremost, that you get the address to their site first before you go check it out, and make sure that you're on their site, because it looks like mine, it looks like Kitty's, but we just want to make sure that you're being helped by the person who invited you here. And our site has all kinds of free resources. Menu plans, recipe booklets, fitness guides. I mean, we don't nickel and dime you. Our incredible social media channels and our blog giving you constant education in regards to, living this lifestyle. And that also just really differentiates ourselves from the market, because typically you have to buy these kinds of items. Typically you have to have a membership fee or an auto ship or all of that. So you can all breathe a sigh of relief because we don't do that. You're going to get everything you need. Don't you worry.
Yeah, well, is nutrition and exercise enough? Well, I get asked this question all the time as certified nutritionist, because, people think that, well, nutrition and exercise, if I do that, then, that will be okay. Well, in fact, I used to think like that, but more and more I see that in this day and age is really not possible. First of all, for us to be, having the right amount of nutrients in our body, because we face so many factors that deplete our body of nutrients nowadays, and also contributing to weight gain, inflammation, and fatigue. But at the same time, you are also looking at many outside factors like stress, like smoking, like alcohol, poor dietary choices, sun exposure, all these things that we've talked about, that are beyond our control, in fact. And so all these things really, again, can also deplete our body of important nutrients. So what is RDA? RDA is the recommended daily allowance of what our body would need in terms of the nutrients that would give us, the right amount of nutritional support to be healthy. It's only the minimum amount to avoid disease. It's not really the optimal amount. So for us to be optimally healthy, RDA itself is not nearly enough at all. So that's why we do need to supplement. Today's fruit and vegetables have 59% less nutritious value than 40 years ago. So when you think about that, our grandmother, grandfather's apple, one apple would be actually a lot less in the nutritious values than what we have. So because of that, we truly, truly need to supplement. It's no longer just a luxury, is a necessity. That's why many of us have been facing lack of energy, we're not fit, we have excess weight and struggle with so many health issues. That's why nutrition and exercise alone is not enough.
Yeah, that was definitely part of my journey, Kitty. In losing weight, I tried to lose weight, by eating less or eating better and moving more, which is
Mm,
something many people try over and over and over again. I can't tell you how many times I made promises or goals to move more and eat better.
mm,
And it wasn't until I introduced supplementation that bam, I got the results I was looking for, because,
yeah.
it's so incredible.
Yeah, that's why we offer, scientific supplementations as one of the four pillars that we talk about. Is very important for, the guests and everyone that's here to understand we are like, a table or a chair with four legs, and we all need to have all four of them. And this one is, number three of our four pillars. These are the common struggles, and we want the supplements to help you accelerate your results. And we'll want to support you on your journey. And when you have a lot, say, for example, we talked about metabolic challenges or hormonal challenges, etc., because it could either be your lifestyle or maybe even your previous fat diet, etc. We'd like to really support you while you're working on transitioning your lifestyle. That's why we call TLS, transition your lifestyle, as well as, your nutritional, your eating habits, etc. These supplementations can certainly help you to find your feet, to accelerate your result and address your specific struggles as well.
Yes, and by no means when you look at this picture that you need to be on all of these.
No.
We're gonna, address, you're gonna find which ones are perfect for you and your journey right now.
Mhm.
So tell us a little bit about isochrome, Kitty.
Well, yeah, isochrome is, the most complete chromium supplementation with a combination of vitamins, minerals, amino acids, as well as enzymes. And we also have coenzyme Q10 in there, which can really help support our healthy blood sugar. So we talked about the low glycemic impact. This isochrome is really amazing in helping us, to actually have that even skew and also help us with natural energy. And so when we're actually going through whether detoxing or wanting to improve our energy level, isochrome is amazing for it. And then, of course, another amazing antioxidant is called isotonics OPC3. So for those of our friends who may have tried any of these products, I'd love to, invite you to maybe put, some of your experiences there. This one is my favorite, all-time favorite, because it really helps me and many of my friends and family and customers to actually fight free radicals, because OPC3 is basically, a free radical scavenger, which means that it can actually help neutralize a lot of this harmful, free radicals to help us with cleansing a lot of the things that attack us as well. Yeah.
Yes, so it is so good for joint health, cardiovascular
Mm.
health. It has a natural anti-inflammatory effect. In fact, our OPC3 has been clinically studied, and it helps reduce that C-reactive protein by 51%. It
Yeah.
has a cumulative effect when you're taking this product daily to really reduce that inflammation marker in the body. If you're not familiar with what C-reactive protein is, it's a general inflammation marker. It's not letting you know specifically where that inflammation is in your body, just that when you get your blood panel, you can check your C-reactive protein. And so it is really, really an incredible product. And then we have a multivitamin, which is really essentially creating that foundation to supplement those deficiencies in your diet. So all of these incredible isotonics are so important for, again, helping with that healthy blood sugar level, because OPC3 also has a beneficial effect on that. So when we're supporting the deficiencies in the diet, when we're supporting that healthy blood sugar level, what people tend to experience is better energy, improved energy. They also experience less cravings because when we keep that blood sugar level throughout the day, we aren't having those dips and spikes and those cravings and things like that. And then, of course, we have our journal, which you guys can purchase on our website. On the website of the person who invited you here, our incredible 12-week journal to take you through this program. It's an educational chapter every week with tracking sheets so you can stay with your program. Now we have other products that are available on a different site. And again, this site is called shopglobal.com, but definitely get the address specific from the person who invited you here. Now in the top row, these are US based products. These are the products that we have available here in the United States. And you can purchase them through this specific site to have them shipped to you should you feel like you need just a slight edge, right? You need like just a kick in the pants in one of these areas. So just listen up, and we're going to go through these really quickly because we want to keep moving on with what we have to offer you guys.
Yeah.
So CLA, thermochrome, and green coffee, all in the top row here are our body composition products. What that means is they're going to help reduce body fat and maintain that muscle mass. So doing it the right way, right? Losing weight the right way. So CLA is something that in Hollywood they use a lot. I don't know if you guys have heard of Dr. Oz here in the United States. He's talked about CLA on his show as a super powerful antioxidant. He did this really cool demonstration where he melted fat, right? Like, and that's what CLA does. It targets that stubborn fat. This is a great product. It accelerates your fat burning and really getting that shred. Now you don't have to be at your perfect weight, but it's so effective when your diet and exercise is on point. Now, green coffee over to the right is very similar in the sense that it is going to reduce that body fat, but it does it in its own unique way. It is creating a new pathway for your body to use fat as fuel, and it inhibits conversion of sugars into fat. Hallelujah. Right? I mean, like, this is awesome. And in the middle is thermochrome V6. Now, this is a stimulant, so it's not for everyone. Okay. We've got 200 milligrams of caffeine. I got it right here. In one dose. 2 capsules is 200 milligrams. That's like 2.5 cups of coffee. Now, if you're not one to even take 1 cup of coffee, this product's probably not for you. But it generates thermogenesis through its registered trademark ingredient Capsimax, which is red hot chili peppers, baby, creating that burn in the body. So it's pretty incredible, but definitely make sure if you're looking to increase the speed of improving your body composition, one of these may be a fit.
Awesome. Well, the bottom row that you can see are core, X, and Trim Tea and Trim Cafe. They all address hormonal challenges when it comes to weight management struggles. So, there's all kinds of hormones in our body, right? So we talk about, hormones, and one of the most common hormones, that affects so many people, of course, is the stress hormone. So the middle one, which is X, is basically helping us, with the cortisol. When we're stressed in so many ways, then it can really help us not to actually reduce, the stress that we experience, but the response that we actually react to it. And with core fat and carb inhibitor, which is the first one on the left, down the bottom, as well as Trim Tea and Trim Cafe, they both actually do the same thing in that it actually helps to control the hormone that tells you, I'm full, I'm full. So when you are actually full, your body should tell you that, but so many of us don't. We're deaf to that. And I know for a fact that it's like Melanie has talked about, and I know I have been married for more than, 13 years now. Sometimes I'm deaf to my husband. It's like this. When we're deaf to our, hormonal signal from leptin telling us that we're full, then we'll keep eating even when we're full. So with core as well as Trim Tea and Trim Cafe is actually letting the leptin knows that we are full. And when it comes to core, the difference between that and the Trim Tea and Trim Cafe is that it tells the gut, whereas the Trim Tea Trim Cafe tells the brain. So when you compare the two, they actually work really nicely together, which is a very nice balance. It's actually different types of hormones when it comes to the bottom row as well. Yeah,
Absolutely. Bottom line, our overeaters with major cravings having a hard time getting those healthy habits under control, core and Trim Tea and Trim Cafe. Those are your go-tos. If you're feeling like your body is not managing stress well, I mean, because here's the truth, right, Kitty? We can't get rid of stressors. We can't get rid of the spouse, the kids, the job. Stress is going to be a part of our life. It's how our body is handling it. And if you
Exactly.
feel like stress is something that's contributing to your weight gain or your inability to lose it, then definitely our axe. I think axe should just, be in everybody's cupboard, honestly.
Oh, yes.
Um, it's absolutely incredible. Next is our incredible TLS nutrition shakes. You guys, oh my gosh.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love
These are the most amazing shakes
it.
on the market. And I was not a shake person. I tried so many, and I was convinced that none of them were any good until I tried ours. So if you're a meal skipper, if you love convenience foods, if you run out of time and end up not eating or eating out, food like substances, this is your new convenience meal. All right. It includes 24 vitamins and minerals and essential nutrients. We have an excellent source of fiber with 10 to 11 grams of fiber in a serving. This is so crucial because fiber blunts the glycemic index. Fiber helps keep us full longer. Fiber grabs fat and toxins out of the body and shuttles them out when you're having your, morning business. And you want to feel full and stay satisfied. And also, what helps with that is 18 grams of quality soy protein, no added color or sugar, a great source of calcium. It's low in saturated fat, it's gluten free, it's got absolutely the best superior flavor and consistency. You won't find a better tasting shake out there that has the best, you know, comprehensive makeup, and it's good in water, in a non-dairy milk or milk. You can just shake it up in a shaker bottle. In fact, actually, I was just drinking my trim tea.
Yes, your breakfast, yeah? Trim tea
Yeah,
and steak. Yeah.
well, I was having my trim tea, but next will be my shake.
Yeah.
And so tell us how we compare in the market, Kitty.
Yeah, well, if you have a look at this, there are so many shakes out there, as Melanie says, there's nothing, first of all, I can tell you, because I've tried different shakes, that taste as good. But then if you take a look at three of the most important ingredients, and they are fiber, protein, and sugar. As we always say, protein and fiber at every meal makes losing weight no big deal. So if you see the number of fiber as well as protein, even just the first two lines of the various shakes in the market, including, the NutriWay, the Tony Ferguson that some of you may have seen, in some of the chemists, or the Celebrity Slim Shake, Isogenics, I'm sure that a lot of you have heard about. You can see that, the fiber is by no means, equally as much, except the Celebrity Slim. However, if you take a look at the sugar there, we don't want that much, 24.6 grams of sugar. My goodness, like we want to manage our weight, not to add more sugar into it. So that's why if you take a look, 11 grams of fiber with our nutrition shake TLS, and then 18 grams of protein and only very little sugar with 14 servings is actually by far definitely the most best combination, comprehensive ingredients, and there's nothing that tastes equally as good as well. So yeah. And I love this. This is, in our TLS comprehensive recipes, we have so many different types of recipes, but this one has become, I would say, our fan favorite. Well, it's my favorite. It's called Shaking and Baking with TLS recipes. So this one, ensures that you can actually use our nutrition shakes with nutrients, fiber, and protein to do different types of recipes, things like muffins or cookies, but healthy muffins and healthy cookies. And so all of that, allow you to really not have to worry about, what to do, but to just, take the guesswork out of it, and all kinds of yummy and healthy things, whether you're putting in extra, spinach or vegetables, as well as I like to put in blueberries with it, and, just go and on the go, and but at the same time, baking as well. So it's wonderful.
I know. Well, and here's the thing. Um, there's always going to be a time where you feel like a muffin or you feel like a cookie
Yes.
or you feel like some headaches, right? I
Yeah.
mean, that's not going to go away. So what we've provided is a way for you to still feel like you're having those things. They look and taste amazing, but they're made with our shake. And it's just a fun way to have the same habit you had before, but now you're having it in a healthy way. So we have an incredible, like I said, we talked about multiple plans. So we have a sure and steady, a rapid results, a continued commitment, and based on your personality, your commitment level, your lifestyle, your goals, any one of these lifestyles could be potentially a fit. As well as, one of the things we highly suggest people do maybe in the beginning of their program, or at least at some point, and we definitely recommend it every quarter or once or twice a year, is to do our 7-day detox, just really cleaning out the system so that you're really taking care of and helping to support your body and getting rid of those cravings, those food addictions, and really just cleaning the liver, the gallbladder, the colon, the blood, and just resetting the body. And so rapid results, you could expect to lose, I don't know what that is for kilograms, but it's a great program. I
Yeah.
live on rapid
Yeah.
results.
Mhm.
This is the program I live on. And on the weekends, I do sure and steady.
Yes. Mhm.
So it's just really wonderful. We keep it simple by helping you with recipe booklets, and menu plans, so you know exactly what to buy at the grocery store and then what to do with it when it gets home. And these are some incredible pictures of some food from our actual participants in our program. So excited about how delicious their food is. They had to take pictures and share it with us. And so I can tell you, man, this is amazing. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. And the biggest question that we get when it comes to TLS is, which products and which plan is best for me? Well, that's why we created our TLS weight loss profile,
Mhm.
or weight management profile, as I think it's called on TLS
Yes.
Australia site. And so this is a questionnaire that you will take. And when you answer it honestly, it's going to let you know which products are best for you. So it takes the guesswork out of it. It kind of, just take the profile and you'll find out.
Yeah. So we would like to encourage every single one of you to join us fit for fall. Wow, I'm very excited about that, because this is going to be a fun journey that we will be all doing together. It's going to be starting Monday, May 3rd, which is coming up. 5 weeks of community and expert support, accountability, fun, and Melanie, as well as Susan, and a lot of trained coaches in Australia as well will be all supporting you. And we also have a private Facebook group where we have daily videos, guidance, recipes, just like the photos that you saw. Everyone will be sharing. We have peer mentoring and support, which is so exciting, so we can all achieve our goals together.
Absolutely. No more secret goals, right?
That's right.
When you try to do it on your own, it never lasts. So definitely join us on this Fit for Fall.
Yes. And so this 30-day jumpstart kit is what you would be getting in order to help you accelerate your result, obviously, as one of the 4 pillars. And this is what it is. And all you need to do is to get with the person who invited you, make an order. And then once you get that order, you can then, put the order number onto the Facebook exclusive group that we have. Then you're in.
Absolutely. And the Jumpstart program is a comprehensive kit, right, Kitty?
Yes.
That has just it has a combination of the products that we have already told you about: the isochrome, the multivitamin, the OPC3, our shakes, and something incredible we didn't mention, which is our aloe juice, which will help you with your detox week.
Definitely.
Um,
Yes.
and so we have such an incredible program here for you to follow, with a recipe book, a dedicated recipe booklet,
Yes.
a guide booklet, and an exercise guide, so that you can do phase 1, our detox, our first week of cleansing, and then the rest of it is our fat burning phase 2, where we're repairing and reshaping the body, so that you can have, and I just want to mention, this is our strictest program.
Mm-hmm.
After this, you go on to rapid results, or sure and steady or continued commitment. It's after this that you're, living a lifestyle. Very seldom are people living on phase two. Sometimes I do, but it really is more of a way to jumpstart your journey so that you have a lot of really great results in a really short period of time, as well as really setting your body up for less cravings, and less things that you have to come against. I don't know about you, Kitty, but I find that me personally and the clients I've worked with all kind of said they experienced the same thing over and over and over again. When they made a goal to eat better and move more without really any other support, they might have been on track for a few weeks,
Mm.
right? And so they're on track for a few weeks, and then the cravings kicked in, and then like it was just like life got in the way, and they were like, I can't do this anymore. I can't eat this way. I can't be this strict anymore. And they fall off the wagon.
Oh, yes, it happens all the time. Like, it's so true that if we have a group of community of friends to do it together, with basically the same goals of wanting to be healthier, then definitely a lot easier for everyone to be supporting one another.
That's right. And
Mm.
so what the Jumpstart program does is it helps that phenomenon from
Yes,
not happening.
yes, yes.
So because and Fit for Fall being that community support, to keep going with the TLS lifestyle in a more lenient way after the Jumpstart kit.
Mhm.
So it's all about feeling better, and as a result you're going to look better for sure. It starts from the inside out, and that's what we are all about here in TLS. So in order to participate, because we start right away here, May 3rd is coming up, you want to make your purchase to make sure you have your kit ready to go.
Mhm.
So you're starting with us on May 3rd. So you definitely want to purchase before the 26th or on the 26th. Depending on where you are in Australia, it can take up to 5 to 6 business days to get to you. So we just want to make sure everybody has the product on hand. Plus, once you've placed the order, you're going to get an order number in the confirmation email. When you go to our private Facebook group, which is on Facebook, so facebook.com/groups/AUS for Australia, Fit for Fall. When you head to that group, you're going to request to join, but make sure that you wait 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Sometimes it takes a couple seconds for those questions to pop up. And the questions will pop up and you'll go, yes, this is my order number. Yeah, I'm a TLS customer, or I'm a TLS coach or whatever. And yes, I agree to the rules of the group.
Mhm.
And then you can come in, because it's a private group. It's just for people who are committed. This is not a spectator sport.
No. Mhm.
you know uh, this is a participation. You're gonna get involved, you're gonna make changes in your life, and we're here to help and support you. Kitty is going to really be leading up the charge because she's right there in Australia, and myself and our director of training will also be on the page, just kind of keeping an eye on you guys, making sure everybody's doing great. And you're gonna see daily videos
Yes.
every single day from Kitty, myself, from
Exactly.
Suzanne,
Mhm.
from other coaches and trainers from around the world, who are all going to be teaching you how to live this lifestyle just one step at a time. It's going
Yep.
to be incredible.
Sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for attending. I think we are our wrap, which is I feel like we've had such fun here, and I want to make sure we are good to go. So why don't you go ahead and click stop recording.